Oh shit, we recording. Ha! Welcome back to the Two Cubes podcast with your host, Preppy Douche and Caveman Bar. I almost said Butcher. Caveman Baker.
Oh yeah, Muller's Bakery, the best bakery in Bayhead or area nearby. Only rivaled by Colonial Bakery because the same owner.
I've been the Colonial Bakery. You said is that
Yeah.
the one that's on?
It's one in Lavalette, and there's one.
Never mind. I'm thinking of a different one. I've been to Mueller's.
They're both on,
Is it Muller's or Mueller's?
I say Muller's.
Muller's. All right, because it's got the M-U-E, right?
Yeah.
It's like it kind of throws you off. You want to say Mew, but it's not it.
I say Muller's, but the family that owns it's not named Muller, so.
Oh, really? It's like a handed down generation kind of thing. It's just they didn't want to change the name because it was
I guess.
steeped in tradition.
I guess the owner's name's O'Neill, so.
Oh, okay. Did I tell you? I don't know why the name O'Neill just reminded me of the name Orlando. I drove by a like this old timey sign the other day when I was going to help my dad move, and the name on the sign was Orlando Diefendorfer.
Nice.
Me and my soon-to-be brother-in-law could not stop saying Diefendorfer. We're like, it sounds like you're just making fun of somebody. Like, you fucking Diefendorfer.
I love the I love when like funny names run for office. I think they do it on purpose. Like
Wiener. Wiener was a
my
classic.
favorite ever was well, Anthony Weiner's funny, but I saw a guy running in I guess it was Ocean Township for like Board of Ed. Royston Hercules.
Ooh, like Royston 5'9" and the Greek god or
Yeah.
demigod.
Well, I saw this when
Hercules.
I was a child. I remember this now. It's been 20-something years. So, like the Nutty Professor had just come out.
Oh,
Hercules,
yeah, Hercules.
Hercules.
Yeah.
So it was perfect. I was like, this guy's got the best name in the business.
Yeah, we're the Two Cubes podcast. I'm Chris, aka CJ. That's Joe.
And I'm Joe.
We're back for another one. This one, sorry we didn't do our normal release on Monday.
Yeah, we're changing to Tuesdays because you guys don't watch on Mondays, so fuck it.
Yeah, so maybe we'll hit that Tuesday crowd. We'll scratch that Tuesday itch,
Yeah,
baby.
we like to get those guys who have finished watching football.
Yeah.
We don't want to get you in the middle of your footballing.
Yeah, that's why we're recording this pretty early right now because we're hoping to finish up before the Monday Night Football game.
Yeah, so we don't just talk about that the whole time like we've been doing the last few weeks.
I got a lot riding on this game tonight, baby.
Russell Wilson got me something yesterday, but that's okay.
Yeah?
Yeah,
All right.
A little bit.
All right.
The
nice.
DraftKings fantasy lineup. I never do those, but $1-800. So
I need a New Jersey native Njoku to do
Cedar
work a
Grove.
little magic for me. Yeah.
Cedar Grove raised, not born. I don't think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he's actually born in Nigeria. I think.
Cool.
Some of them were. I'm not sure.
It's pretty cool.
Where the cutoff happens. They moved.
You weren't you and your sister like friends with his sister or something
yeah,
like that? Or
I know him. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Pretty
he's got
cool.
He's got like 9 brothers and sisters. So
Holy shit! Really? Damn, man.
He gets 9 or 11. It's the whole 9/11 situation again.
I wonder if Njoku means 9 in another. Like they just named him numbers
I
after
don't
a
know.
while.
His dad's name's Chief though, which is pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's cool. Chief Njoku.
and that's why he goes by Chief now. Like a lot of like his
That's sick.
handles and stuff are like Chief.
Wow,
stuff.
that's so cool.
Yeah,
Like,
it's really awesome.
man, you probably blow the mind of like a middle-aged like all like the dads when I was a kid. They would all call you Chief. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now you'd blow their mind if you told them that. Hey, how'd you know my name? You know?
Well, there's guys named Buddy and stuff. I get
guess.
them sometimes.
Yeah.
Every now and then I'll run into a buddy.
I've never met somebody named Buddy before.
Oh, we used to have a buddy that worked for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he your buddy?
He was hilarious. He was really funny.
So we'll count it. It counts. He was your buddy. Buddy was your buddy.
He was very funny. He was incredibly lazy. Like everything we would do, the quote we would know from him is, "There's got to be a better way." Every time we're doing anything, it was, "There's got to be a better way."
It's like, nope, we're just closing the lid on this container.
Yeah,
no better way than that.
Well, it was like, yeah, because it was like maybe we could hammer it like 3 times. I was like, no, you got to do like 6 or 8. Make sure it's on there good because it could leak. And he's like,
What's his last name? Diefendorfer?
no, I don't think I should share his last name probably.
Yeah,
but,
that's probably a good idea.
but he, it was funny when he had never seen pails stacked up in a pile.
Wow, never seen
I
it.
get, because he was like,
What a common thing to have never seen.
yeah, because at my job we have stacks of 10 pails everywhere. They're all over the place. When they're empty, they stack inside each other. And he was like, "How high could those stack?" I was like,
To the moon, baby.
I was like, I suppose pretty high. I don't know. I was like, I've never really tested that,
I
but
thought he was gonna be like, "Hey, why is that bucket so big?"
no, it was. So you telling me you could just keep stacking those? I was like, it would get heavy. I don't know. Eventually, it'd probably teeter. I don't know. I've never.
He sounds like maybe he was a simple man.
Yeah. Well, again,
I reckon I could stack them buckets to the moon.
he was like, "You think you'd stack them to the ceiling?" I was like, "Yeah, totally. Got enough buckets and strength. Sure, you could do it. You could just keep stacking them for a while. I don't know." He never tried, but yeah, that was. He was.
But
a
he
good
still
guy.
dreams about it to this day.
He was a good guy. I always liked him.
Joe, we got to talk about you participated in a roast
Yes.
at the Post.
Yes, roasted the Post, baby. We roasted Cowboy Ed Hall, and it was a very successful roast, I would say, for a bunch of 60-year-old non-comedians running a roast.
Yeah, there was funny quips.
Well, one guy was great. The guy Bill who ran it,
Yeah.
fantastic. Let's see if he's got his full name on here. I've been carrying around the ticket in case somebody asks if I went because
And why did they decide to roast this guy? Is it like
He was the man of the
birthday?
year,
Was he-
2024,
All right.
at the Post. And they were
Roasted
just
the
trying to get people
Post.
going down there. So he they came up with this idea. It's the first time they're doing it. I think it went great for, again, a bunch of 60-year-old non-comedians going up and roasting a guy. I think it was pretty good.
Yeah, how many roasters were there?
The dais had about 6 guys on it.
Okay.
They each talked for about 3 minutes. So it was not very long.
How long did you go?
I did 4 or 5 minutes.
Ooh, nice. Well, you're younger. You know what I mean? You got more endurance.
Well, that and I actually wrote roast jokes. Most of them just came up and were like, this guy here, great guy. I saw him fall down the stairs 3 times in one weekend. Fucking great dude.
That's a qualification for a great
I once came into the bar and he had burned his nose so bad on a motorcycle he looked like Rudolph in July. I was like, all right. I mean, that's a funny story. Not really a roast joke, but,
Yeah.
but it's good. But the guy Bill did have like a full set done. He did probably 25 minutes.
No shit, really? Whoa, that's
Yeah.
a lot.
Well, he didn't just do cow. So he had the guest list, which helps a lot.
So he was like in between, like.
Yeah, he would kind of do a 30 seconds in between each guy. I was like a special guest at the end. They just were like, and Joe Tats, get up here, baby. I was like, all right, cool. Like the dais had finished, and then he called me up, and then he was, but like in between, he would do a minute or two. And this next guy coming up. So he knew who was on the dais.
He's the
So
MC.
he would get the dais. He did good. He did great.
Nice.
Some of his jokes were taken from roasts of the past
Yeah.
that he just
Like he just
Formula-
ripped them off like Comedy Central.
He just
like-
took Jeff Ross's joke
Nice.
and formulated it to work for this. But it was funny.
You got to fake it till you make it, man. You know.
It was funny.
Nah.
But some of them I was like
I recognize that one.
pretty.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like I could name the roast that was set in. But that's
I mean,
okay.
He was probably banking on that all the people in the audience were fans.
But
of,
but that
comedy,
also
you know?
some of them he was getting the shock factor for.
Yeah.
Like Judy, she's an old black woman, and he.
I know her. I know her well.
Yeah.
I think she
Well,
bought me a shot
he,
one time.
He hit her with, and Miss Judy's here. She took her first paycheck and bought her own freedom.
Jesus Christ.
And that is exactly. It's got the shock value. It's a joke that Jeff Ross said in.
It's more
I
of
don't know.
it's more of an age joke than
Yeah.
than
But it was good. He was great. He did a great job. And
What was your? Did you have one that landed real well? Or did you get?
That's
did
what
you
I was
get
trying.
fucking
These are
booed?
my notes I had written down.
They booed you off the goddamn stage. No.
For the most part, they really liked when I said it's a good thing because he was a Vietnam vet, and it's a good thing his enemy didn't know him that well, because knowing thy enemy is important. Because if they ever wanted to find Cowboy, just start a Johnny Cash song, and he'll finish it for you. He'll loudly. He will sell his whole location.
It's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit with shaving a haircut.
Yeah, he's
2 bits.
yeah. He was, you know, that one hit pretty good because everyone was like, "Oh yeah, I get that."
No.
He also got the karaoke girl fired. So
I know the karaoke girl.
Yeah,
Why'd
Dawn.
you get fired?
I don't know.
Oh, Dawn's the one who raises dogs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
My dog D comes from Dawn's. I don't know, dog dojo. I don't know. What you
Oh
call it.
no, she doesn't even like raise dogs. She just always ends up with them because she's so nice and won't say no to people. But she's like, I can't take care of this many dogs.
People are like, I know this broad that just take any
Just
dog.
leave
in.
dogs around and she'll take them.
That's very sweet though.
It is very nice. But that one hit the because I said the new karaoke people have a 4 country song per hour quota, or they're out. They liked when I said that he made whiskey W in the NATO phonetic alphabet, and not because water would never work. So they liked those, but
That's pretty good.
some of them landed flat on their face.
It's all right, man. It's all right. You got to
okay.
get up there and with it. What do they say? You got to bomb 100 times before you.
Oh
you're
yeah, it
actually
was,
good.
like, and I wouldn't even call mine was not a bomb at all, considering everything
Some
else.
of the other ones.
The first 25 minutes, there was not a laugh in the room. Everyone just kind of sat there like, all right,
Yikes.
Again, they were just telling stories. They were
Yeah.
just like, hey, you guys remember that time Cowboy came down? It was like Waterboy when he's not in the locker room, and they were like,
Well, that's good. I mean, a roast can include a story as long
include a
as
story,
it's
but, like,
embarrassing for the person you're roasting.
But they didn't have like, it was just kind of like, and that was it.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't ever like, you know, you're so stupid you burned your face on a fucking muffler trying to fucking smell it. It was just like, yep, he did that. He did come up and talk for a few minutes, and he elaborated on some of the stories. That was way funnier.
Oh, okay.
Because he told the story about how he had broke his ribs falling down some stairs, and he broke his foot.
Sounds like he falls downstairs a lot.
Yeah,
you fall downstairs quite often.
Yes.
How many times have you broken your ribs?
I've broken my ribs a few times. I don't think ever with stairs.
Really? That's surprising.
Maybe.
I've watched your rib cage take a beating on multiple occasions.
Yeah, maybe the one time going down the steel steps at the Legion. I did my signature dive down those. They all are steel capped, so they're just kind of like the corner of an I-beam. That one, my ribs hurt for a few days after that one, but not so bad. But he told the story where he broke his foot and his ribs falling down some stairs. Then, like the next day, he was in a wheelchair, or no, he wasn't in a wheelchair yet. He was trying to go up the stairs to his apartment or something on his crutches and put his crutch down on the cat's tail and then fell down the stairs again and fell down through the screen door and broke his other foot. So now he has 2 broken feet and broken ribs. And then someone tried to put him on a boat and his wheelchair rolled off the end of the dock. And I was like, this sounds like a Looney Tunes character. This guy, that's the worst 2 weeks I've ever heard of. I never heard that story from him. And I was like, that's fantastic. Dude, how did no one bring that up this whole roast we went through? Like, this guy, he literally
rolled
lived
off
a
a
Looney
dock?
Tunes situation.
That's
Yeah, he was,
so
I don't know,
funny.
they were like trying to get him on the boat and he was like, whoop, fell off.
That's pretty scary, actually.
It's terrifying. In
Yeah.
2 casts, being in a lake.
Yeah, and those casts are fucking ruined. You're gonna have to get a recast.
Yeah, he did joke about, and that was at the end of it. He was like, my orthopedist or whatever, my doctor. He was like, you got a death wish of some sort, don't you? And he was like, no. He goes, well, I'm going on vacation, so like, don't get hurt for the next couple weeks. And he goes,
No.
where are we going? He goes, there is no
I'm
we.
going
He goes,
on vacation.
He
Don't
goes,
get fucked up.
He goes, I already paid for half of this trip. I already paid for this trip. So this was again. He came up.
yeah.
He came
It's
up
not gonna
loaded,
stop
ready
you.
to go. He was good. Cowboy came back firing. Pretty good.
Nice.
It was nice. But it was a good time. About 10 minutes after the roast ended, there was an enormous fight downstairs. They closed the bar, and the police and ambulance came. Oh, another guy fell down the stairs. A lot of stair falling.
Who was fighting?
Apparently, this dude comes down, and when he gets drunk, he gets real rowdy.
Mm-hmm.
And he was trying to stop the paramedics or something from helping the rescue guard. I wasn't downstairs, so I didn't see it. But somebody was trying to tell him to back up, and then he like screamed at somebody's wife, and told them like, "Shut up, bitch!" And so the guy was like, "No, don't talk to my wife like that."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Fuck you! I'll kill you too." And
And then
so it didn't get physical. It just got to like a bunch of people.
Oh,
screaming.
it wasn't okay. All right.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of people screaming, but apparently there's some kind of history with it, and they shut down the bar.
Okay.
So now we all go to the boathouse. It's across the street. We all go.
It's a fair compromise. Boathouse is great.
Everyone
Shout
went.
out Tabby. Shout out whatever
Yeah.
the line cook's name is. He makes a good
Rocco.
good fucking taco. He's good.
Rocco or Apido. They're both cooks back
Oh
there.
yeah, you said his last name is say what?
Is Apido.
A pedo? He isn't a pedo, but he's a pedo.
Yeah. But
What an unfortunate last name.
so we were there for a while.
My God.
We're having a good time. Things are going well. A lot of cowboy hats because we were all roasting cowboys. So a lot of people wearing cowboy hats. Now it's 11:45. Another fight breaks out.
Different people.
Different people.
Oh wow. Okay.
So we go break that up, and it's
Are
like
you sure you weren't hanging out at ringside?
it was pretty wild. So they didn't shut down the bar this time. It was just okay, clear out those guys and whatever. But the
So
bartender,
when they shut it down the first time, how long was it shut down for?
they closed for the night. They just closed the post.
Oh, I thought you said. Oh, so it was the
No,
next.
we went
night.
to the boathouse. No, we went
and then
to the
a
boat.
fight broke
the
out
photo
at the boathouse.
Yeah.
Ah, I thought you were saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it was a fight at the boathouse.
Oh shit.
So
Who was behind the bar?
Nikki.
I think I know Nicky. Guy.
Yeah, he's the dude.
Yeah, I know.
And he has like a broken foot. So he jumped over the bar with his cast, like he's got one
What's
of the walking
everybody
boots
in
on.
fucking cat?
I don't know. Man. You don't ever see adults in casts unless you hang out with me. I see more casts than the cast of Jackass, but these guys, I don't know. But so whatever, we cleared up the fight. I stood behind because the one guy, they just let him stay, and I just stood behind them for a half hour to make sure he doesn't go outside and try and kill He was fighting a 75-year-old man.
Oh, okay.
It was a 75-year-old man and like, I don't know, a 43-year-old fucking big dude. I was like, what are we doing here? But
I once heroically saved an old man from
Yeah.
getting beat up in the street in Jersey City. This was a long time ago.
well,
The only person to witness this happen was an old friend of mine, Candace. I was drinking at the bar, Maggie's, I believe it's called, and it's right in like downtown Jersey City, and it was a nice night. It was like a summer night, and we're like having a drink outside at the table, and this old man walks by that's wearing like a hospital gown, like a little blue and white hospital gown, and his like bare ass is just hanging out of the back of this.
he was
hospital gown.
Tysoning. Nice.
Right. And no, you know what? It was a colder night because I remember we were like, "Holy shit, that guy's gonna freeze to death!" Like his ass is like, "What happened? You just like escaped from the hospital?" And I think like somebody knew who he was. I think it was a Candace or somebody at the bar knew who he was. Was like, "Yeah, that's crazy fucking Andy or whatever." Like he probably had like alcohol poisoning and just walked out of the hospital. And then we see him walk into a bar, the Barge, right across the street. Right. I love the Barge. The Barge is great. The Barge used to open up at like when all the other bars closed, so like it would open at 1:30 a.m. It's
Nice.
like the after hour spot. It's like this little dive, and so I'm like, I gotta go figure out what this guy's doing. So like I follow him into the Barge. I sit down next to him. I'm drinking like a Budweiser. I start talking to him. I like befriend this dude, and again he's like an old man sitting there with his bare ass like on the fucking bar stool.
I'm all about it. No problem.
I'm like talking to him. I was like, man, I had to come over here and just say like, you're all right, man. Like, you need me to call you a car or something. Like, you need like, you're all right. He's like, nah, I just need a beer. And then like the owner of the Barge comes out and is like, get the hell out of here. I'm not serving you a beer. You almost fucking died last time you were here. Like, get out of my bar. Like, whatever. So then, like, I follow the guy back out. I'm like, all right, man. I wish I could remember his name. I was like, all right, Andy, you know, it's nice meeting you or whatever. I'll see you around. So then I walk back across the street and I go back to talking to Candace and whoever else was there. And all of a sudden, like, I hear yelling down the street, and like, this like young like kid, like this like dude, like jacked guys, like with like two girls or something. And they're like screaming at each other. They're screaming at the old man, and like the old man screaming back or whatever. And next thing you know, like the kid like pushes the old man on the ground and just starts like fucking kicking him. And like I run over and I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm like, he's an old man, man. What the fuck are you doing? He was like, you said some shit to my girl or whatever. And I was just like, he's like a crazy old dude in a hospital gown. He's like naked. Like, just fucking walk away, man. Like, he's not gonna do anything. And so then like the guy would like still wanted to fight him, and then like a whole fucking crowd ran out in the street, and everybody was like pulling everybody apart. And I just like ran over to my car and opened the door, and I was like, "Get in, dude!" And this old naked man gets into my fucking car, and I was like, "I'm just gonna drive you home. Where do I bring you?" And I drove him to some apartment, and he like gets out of the car and he's like screaming up to the window. He's like, "Don't go anywhere! Don't go anywhere! Hold on!" He's like, "Gladys," or whatever the fuck his like wife's or girlfriend's name is, and this lady opens up the window. This is like fucking. That's 1 o'clock in the morning.
That's it. We're making a T-shirt that has a bunch of windows that are off, one light on, and then just underneath quotes says Gladys.
I wish. I maybe that was her name. I'm just making that up.
I don't care.
But and then he's like,
now.
"Throw me $20 down. I want to give this guy $20." And I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!" And I just like closed the door and like drove away. But like it was such a weird fucking night.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really weird. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm basically a hero.
I do a lot of drinking with old people, so I get you. That's about 40% of my public drinking. Is with old
I know.
people.
I've been out drinking with him before. I've seen your haunts, the gang you hang around with.
Yeah, my group is not young guys.
So you'd say that was your first roast appearance ever? Am I correct?
I mean, unless you count Brew Canoe, where we walked around to each campsite.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So that was your second
blind roasting people.
Oh, that was so good. I wish I wasn't like fucking obliterated.
I think
like,
I had to be obliterated for
more.
it because
yeah, that was great.
we literally were just making fun of random people.
That has to
not
be a
people we knew.
I might have to take a crack at it next time.
It was just not people we knew. It was like, hey, Fatso, what are you doing? You eating a fucking Twinkie over there? I was just being mean. With a wagon.
Yeah, a wagon with lights on it. So you said that everybody there was wearing cowboy hats, and that you were making jokes about people playing too many country. What is with country music sweeping New Jersey? Now, as an elder statesman, I can tell you that back in the 90s, whenever you asked anyone under the age of 30,
they hate country music.
Yeah, you'd be like,
I was the only guy.
What kind of music do you listen to? And they'd always say like, I listen to everything except country. That was always what they said. And now it's like,
and guess what I would play when they said that?
Country.
Classical.
But
I would go, okay, good, because
really...
I really like this, and put on classical.
Country music was always popular, like, in the country, but just not like in New Jersey and like.
No, I listened to it, but again, I was ridiculed for it.
Yeah.
But I liked it.
Now I feel like it's like the music you hear most often when you go to a bar.
Well,
like...
yeah, it's the easiest listening, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's just not like in your face and loud.
Yeah, that's true.
And they don't like curse, so it's just easier to just play like, here, let's describe what you guys are doing.
It's
We're
just like
hanging at a bar. Everybody's having fun. Everybody drink your beer. Instead of like,
no, you're right. You're right.
Rape a bitch.
True.
Fucking.
But I mean, it used
kill
to be
a lady.
Like, it used to be like you'd go into an old man bar, like some dive bar, and the music they'd be listening to, like 100% of the time would be
for
like
those about
classic rock.
Yeah.
They'd be listening to fucking James Gang and Hendrix and Cream and the Eagles.
Yes, but sometimes you get those like under the boardwalks. under the boardwalk.
Boardwalk. Under the boardwalk.
Yeah, sometimes you get like
Boardwalk.
Frankie Valli.
Yeah. So speaking of music and bars and singing and all that, let me tell you about my weekend.
Nice. Can't wait.
So you were there was it Friday night?
Friday.
Yeah, you were there on Friday night. We got Erin's friend Lauren came to visit from Boston.
Yeah.
And she cracks me up because she's from I'm gonna fuck this up, but I think she's from Minnesota or Michigan. She's from the Midwest.
Yeah, she did tell
Oh
us.
yeah, and she's got the Midwest. Yeah, she does.
She did tell us.
It's gonna drive me crazy. I know
Indiana?
I asked her like twice.
Is it Indiana?
too. I don't think
It
it's
was more than
Indiana.
twice. It was every
I know.
15 minutes.
I know. Well, it was because Erin and I have an argument where she keeps telling me that I'm from South Jersey, and I keep telling that she's not even from New Jersey. I was like,
Well, and
you're
you-
30. You spent like
and you
20
claim
years of
that-
your life outside of New
And
Jersey.
you do claim that her experience in Jersey is Western Jersey.
Yeah. She's out there, Western Jersey. She didn't live here for a long time. Like, who is she to tell me what part of Jersey I'm from? Like, she doesn't even know where she is right now. So anyway,
I mean, I do contest that Cedar Grove
well,
is
of course,
Western
because-
Jersey.
it's like 15, 20
it's-
minutes west of here.
It's like 8 miles west of the absolute border.
I just love buzzing her chops. I'm like, you didn't even see the ocean until you were 15 years old, you know? No, it's this constant thing in New Jersey. You know, everybody's always arguing like the lines of like the difference between North and South Jersey. But I think that the true divide in New Jersey is East and West. Because if you go down to South Jersey and you're hanging out in Point Pleasant, you're hanging out in
Don't make me say something too divisive.
Oh shit! Well, I'm about to say something divisive, and then you can come at me if you want to. But no, you go down to South Jersey, and everybody that fucking lives in South Jersey or has a house down there is hanging out down there. They all used to live up in North Jersey, or still do, and they just have a house down there.
Well, that's like Florida, but you're talking about
it's
the
like
shore.
but that's everybody. Nobody's like, oh, I was born and raised in fucking Point Pleasant or something like that. No, it was like they were born and raised up in fucking Bergen County or Newark or something like that. And then when they got a little older, they had kids or whatever, they moved down to South Jersey.
Yeah, but you're missing. That's the problem. Is you're calling the vast minority of South Jersey, South Jersey.
The vast minority.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you got what LBI, Lavalette, Seaside,
The shore
This
is what I'm
the shore.
saying. Yeah.
The shore.
But that's it. So
a completely
the big
separate
divide
entity.
is east and
'Cause
west.
Then once you get 8 miles in down there, west,
You're in Pennsylvania.
you're in. It's not even Pennsylvania. It's like the deep South. It is unbelievable
Yeah,
down
yeah.
there. It is all of a sudden like, can you guys read?
It's
What?
like
What the fuck is this?
pine barren
Yeah,
swamp.
and
folk.
then like
Yeah.
Trenton is like just a wasteland. It's terrible.
Trenton's pretty.
Trenton and Camden are like the worst places on earth.
I've never met.
It's like going to Haiti.
I've never met anyone from Trenton. Have you met it? Like, there's a couple towns in New Jersey that just nobody's from. Like, nobody's from Secaucus. You know what I mean? Like, the only thing they have in Secaucus is a bunch of hotels and a train station, but nobody like actually lives there. It's
I
all
think
just,
people
like,
are making
transit.
Up, I think people are
like-
making up Dumont. I don't believe it exists.
Oh yeah, I somebody told me. Oh, that was it.
I've
so
hung
the
out
other
in
day-
Dumont. I don't believe it.
I never heard of Dumont in my life.
Yeah, everyone's just like, oh, it's right here.
I was working with a student the other day, and I go to leave, and I'm like, his dad is like missing. I'm like, yeah. I call him. I'm like, where are you? He's like, oh, can you drop my son off at the Stop and Shop in Dumont? I'm like, what? What are you doing there? Like, it was so weird. So then I drove to this town Dumont that I never heard of, and I dropped this kid off at a fucking stop.
Yeah, it's somehow 15 minutes from us.
so
I've never
weird.
heard of it.
So weird. Yeah, it's over by like Tenafly.
Yeah, it's not far from us. It's
Wacky.
I don't know. It's
Dumont.
like Emerson. Like, what? You just have nothing? No imports, exports.
All I know is they have a small stand in
They're
New
super-
Orleans, Cafe Dumont.
They're super excited. The Dumont people.
Oh, they are?
They have Dumont Day. They have a fucking parade for themselves.
It looked like every other fucking suburb I've ever been in New Jersey.
Yeah, it's
There's like,
wild.
there's
I don't know.
Nothing, there's no defining.
Nobody
know.
ever talks about it. Dumont's bullshit.
That's so funny that you brought that up because I literally just learned that it existed like a week and a half
There's
ago.
somebody famous from there, and I was like, nope. I don't believe you.
No, they're not.
They made that up. Because it sounds like a classy place to be born. That's all.
It is a nice name.
I'm from Dumont. Go fuck yourself.
I would leave the T off just to make it even fancier.
Dumont?
Dumont.
Yeah, but I see your point about West Jersey.
You know what I'm
West
saying?
Jersey.
You go out to
Jersey's-
West Jersey, the people are never like, well, I was
West Jersey's
I lived
Pennsylvania.
in Newark, and then I moved out. Exactly.
Southwest Jersey is like the middle of South Carolina. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
down
it's,
there.
it's Philadelphia.
That spot between
it's a suburb
Philly,
of Philadelphia.
the spot between Philly and Cape May is just like, they're just farms, but they're not even like nice farms
Yeah.
for the most part.
I have a big. I always say that I have cousins that are from Philly, but they're really not from Philly. They're from a town just outside of Philly called Gloucester.
Belmore?
Gloucester. Right?
Oh, Gloucester, yeah.
You ever
okay.
been to Gloucester? Gloucester is
have.
an Irish ghetto, dude. It's just like you drive down the street. It's just like liquor store, abandoned building.
I think that's where I was making fun of staying last year,
Yeah.
where I said I'm in beautiful Gloucester.
And but it's so funny because like they're from New Jersey, but if you listen to them talk, they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna go out. Like you go out and down here, you call you up on the phone, we
Get
get
that.
him." They're so Philly, like it's hilarious. I love.
Oh yeah,
them.
it's nuts.
There are maybe the funniest members of our family. They're fucking hysterical, but yeah, it's hilarious. I wish I got to get them to like call into the podcast or something, just so you guys can hear their voices. It's so great. So I always just say like, yeah, I have cousins from Philly, but they're not really like.
I mean, that is Philly. They're just
Yeah, I mean, you
they're
open their
Philadelphians.
front door and you could like see the Philadelphia skyline is like right there.
Yeah, I mean that they're Eagles fans, I'm sure.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
They're
Go Birds.
yeah.
That does annoy me that on Always Sunny in Philadelphia, none of them have Philly accents, which I think is kind
Well,
of
that's
funny.
the funny part. But
Do they even have like? I'm trying to think if they have a character on the show that has a Philly accent.
well, sometimes there's the episode that Dennis does one.
Oh, I don't remember that. One.
It's Electric Boogaloo. It's Charlie McDennis.
I think I have. Oh, that's the game.
Charlie McDennis 2. They have to point to where they have accents, and Dennis and Dennis and D get Philly.
They just somehow get Philly. Like,
They like barely touch the globe. Frank and David from The Office get Russia and
that's pretty cool. I love that game, dude. We should, like you said you had a friend that made up a game.
Mac
like,
and Dennis.
Like last episode we were talking about.
yeah, Welp. Mac
Yeah.
and Dennis though, they get Mexico and they do like cholo things. It's great.
Nice.
They just go, "Hey Holmes," it's fantastic. But
And they just have to like keep those accents for the remainder of the game.
yeah,
And Charlie McDennis is like you play the game until what, like people quit or something? Or, like,
it's
how do
three.
you-
It's 3 levels, and each one has a different.
and there's like, yeah, it's like too
there's
complicated.
the first
or-
one's mind, or something. The second one's physical body, and then the third one's like spirit. And yeah,
I
it's
wonder
like,
what accents fall
it's-
under.
it's like
is
a
that,
crazy-
Is that spiritual or is that
it's a
body?
crazy time. Well, that's part of the second one when they have all these like added rules and
It's expansion pack. It's
Yeah,
the
it-
Charlie McDennis expansion pack.
yeah, and Frank and because the idea is David Wallace from The Office is there. He's supposed to be working for Mattel
Okay.
and testing out Charlie McDennis to see if it's a game.
It's
and
Chardy or Char?
Char D Mac Dennis.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then that's one where Frank like puts in some of his rules and tries to make it Franken McCharty Den 2 Electric Boogaloo. And they're like, what are you talking about?
I gotta watch it. I saw the first one. I don't think I've ever seen the second one. So I gotta.
Yeah. The episode really goes off the rails because they end up whatever. Frank fucks the whole thing up, but it's good. But the actual game, Charlie McDennis, they purposely make it where it's like impossible for you to like go make it yourself because
Nice.
they do.
We should come up with
They do
something
intravenous wine
something similar.
and throw darts at each other. I used to do that. I used to play beer darts. I love that game.
Beer darts.
Yeah.
Is that where like you have to get something in a glass, or do you just play darts? And like,
Nope. Beer darts is you kind of sit in lawn chairs about 10 feet from each other.
uh-huh.
You eyeball it. and you sit with a can in between your legs,
Okay.
and you throw a
I
dart.
already got one of those.
You
I'm
throw
sorry,
a
anyway,
dart
continue.
at the can. If you pierce the can, you got to drink down to the hole.
What if he pierced my fucking shins?
If you bleed, you win.
You serious?
Yeah.
Oh, it's worth it then. What if you hit me in the dick, dude?
If you bleed, you win.
Jesus Christ. I never want to play games with you.
But you got to drink down to the hole. If you get it in here, they got to finish it, and you won.
Okay.
And obviously, you're trying to get it like down low on the can, so you got to chug the whole thing. 3 holes wins in the can. If you just ting off, I think it's a sip. I don't think you. But yeah, last time we played, it ended because I got one in the calf, and we had to pull it out.
Jesus Christ. I hope you got your.
We got some funny pictures of it.
Yeah.
It barely bled though. I pulled it out, didn't bleed for like 10 seconds. I was like, mother.
What's it called when you get metal in your blood and then you get tetanus?
Tetanus?
Yeah. Did you have to get a tetanus shot?
Not for that. I've had like 50 tetanus shots. They last like 7 years. I'm good until them.
Oh, is that true? They last that long?
Yeah,
I
they
didn't
last a
know that.
while. But yeah, I didn't even.
See, we're learning.
I didn't do
We're
anything.
learning on the show today.
That's one of the holes in my leg. But yeah. No, I didn't do anything about that one.
How do you say blood in Spanish? That could be our Spanish word of the day. It's something like helio or something. Not helio. Damn it, it's right on the tip of my tongue.
Rojo agua.
There you go. There's our Spanish word of the day. Agua. Water. Rojo. Red.
Oh, I didn't come up with a word of the day for today. I haven't used one.
You had one the other day that you really crowbarred into a sentence.
I've been crushing them every day. I've been nailing them.
What was the word? I can't remember. You crowbarred it in. And we were all like, why would you use that word there? You were like, had to get it in.
Yeah, it was...
exorbitantly or something? No. Or, yeah, I can't remember. We were in the elevator and everybody like just got quiet and looked at you. It was like, why'd you just say that word?
Yeah, I don't remember what it was now. Subservient or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, that was so my weekend, right? So
Oh,
Friday,
yeah, we never got to that.
So yeah. So Lauren came down to visit, and we got hammered. We were just hanging out at my apartment, and it was kind of a weird squad because it was just me, you, your sister, and Lauren.
Yeah.
And then did Benna come by? And then Benna came by, right?
I didn't see Benna.
No, Benna didn't come by.
No, and I ended
That
up
was
at
the
your
next
house
day.
like 3 in the morning.
It was the next day. So then, like, yeah, we were up till like 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't even remember going to sleep. I just woke up like in a panic, like I always do a night after drinking. I sit up in my bed and I'm like, what happened? Where's my phone? My wallet? Did I leave my card at the bar? Oh Jesus, why do I still have my pants on? What's going on? And yeah, the apartment was like wrecked. And where did we go? We went to
Green room.
yeah, we went to the green
Well,
room.
we tried to go to park.
Yeah, we tried to go to 2 different places. We went to,
We tried to go to park. That was going to be a nightmare. So we walked down the street to a place that would have been a bigger nightmare. We couldn't even find the front door.
we walked up and like the only thing that Lauren was like, I just want to go someplace where we can talk and it's like kind of close by. So we were like, okay, so we go to this place park I've never been to before. I was like, oh, I heard this place is all right. As we walk up, before we even open the door, we just hear like coming through the door. We were like, I got a feeling this isn't the place for us. And we just like opened the door like a crack and peeked in, and like the entire bar was just lined with like dudes, and it smelled like cologne, and like they all
didn't even
looked
get
over
to
their
see the
shoulder
inside.
at the same time at us, and we were
Yeah.
like, okay, never mind.
I didn't even get to see the inside because I walked half a mile down the road because the Uber dropped us off first, and I was like, fuck it, I'll walk it.
And then we walked literally another
So
block
we had a
down,
nightmare Uber.
and it was the exact same situation, only it was reggaeton blasting instead of like house
That and I
music.
still don't know which door you're supposed to enter of that bar.
Yeah, I don't either.
But so we went down to the green room, which is 2 minutes away from there.
Yeah. It was the exact vibe we were looking for, you know. They
Yeah,
were
we
playing
ran into
music,
one of
wasn't
my
too
great
loud.
customers from work. We, hung out with the owners a little bit, did a little bit of drinking.
Yeah, we took an Uber back. We were very responsible.
Yeah,
So that was a good night. Then your sister and I argued the whole time about the
that was
whole
the
New Jersey thing.
the Jersey
Yeah.
thing.
And then the next day, my friend Benna came by. We did a nice little cafe. The green room did like some kind of like motorcycle like pop-up shop store thing. I popped in there for like 2 seconds. And then I just took your sister had to go to work. Lauren had to go back up to Boston, and then I just kept the train rolling. Benna and I went to go bother my friend Melissa at her bar, and we started drinking there. And then Melissa got out of work and was like, "Let's go eat Korean hot pot." So which is BYOB. We went. We got hammered during Korean hot pot. Then we went around the corner to my friend Mike's bar, the Brightside Tavern on Brightside Avenue.
Nice.
In Jersey City, and they were doing karaoke, so we were doing karaoke, kept drinking. It was pretty funny. I got up to go to the bathroom when I was at Korean Hot Pot, and I got a text message from this guy that I know, this guy Chris, and he's like, "Hey man, like, what are you doing? Like, you around?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm at this Korean Hot Pot spot in Jersey City." He's like, "I'm right around the corner." So I'm like, "Oh really?" So he was like, "Yeah, come outside. I'm like driving my friend's like race car or something." So I was like, "What?" So like I stick my head out on my way back from the bathroom, and he pulls up in like this like souped up like I mean, it was an old car. It was like a Miata. It was like a Mazda Miata, but it was all like souped up for like street racing. And he's like, "Hop in, this thing's insane." So I get in this tiny, tiny little car, and it has no passenger seat. So I'm just sitting on the floor in the passenger seat, and he just like whips it around the block really quick. He's going like 100 miles an hour, and then he just pulls right back up in front of the K-Pot spot, drops me off, and I'm like, "All right, man, I'll see you." And he leaves, and I go back to the table. They're like, "Where the fuck were you?" I was like, "You wouldn't believe me if I told you it was crazy." Just did a joyride real quick around the block. It was really funny.
Yeah, I was ordering 10 shots at a time at the boathouse at that time.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Nikki was not happy with me, but I was doing it. Bobby had his Canadians come. I was,
His Canadians?
yeah.
Is that code for something? Am I supposed
No.
to? No?
The one guy's name's Brad the Canadian, and then
yeah.
he had his friend here from Canada.
And so Bobby's got friends from Canada, and then he also has friends from Western PA that were there on his birthday.
Yeah, they're always. Yeah,
Does
they're,
Bobby
they're
have
always around.
any friends from New Jersey besides me and you?
Yeah. You know, he's got that. Those the like gobbledygookers that follow him around.
The Gabagool Gang.
Yeah, those guys with the chains and that wear the gold vests. He's got the Guidas.
Gobbledygookers.
Yeah, he's got the Guidas.
The Guidos.
Yeah, he's got the Guidas. He's got
Got to keep up appearances that we're in a pricey studio.
yeah, he's got all the he's got all his Italians that follow him around.
Pretty cool. It's a pretty cool gang he's got there.
Yeah, but yeah, he had Brad the Canadian, and
Does he have the Canadian accent?
yeah,
Nice.
it's awesome.
Sick.
They're cool as fuck.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love accents, man. I just want to like collect accents.
Brad's really cool. He's an iron worker. He's like a union iron worker, so he's like fucking, curmudgeonly all the time
Yeah.
about everything.
Great.
except
Awesome.
shots.
He's always happy about those.
So, whatever. Me and his friend are getting fucked up because he was kind of taking it easy. He only had 6 or 7 shots. But I was going. I actually don't think I got that drunk, but
Not that drunk.
I didn't think so. I
man.
don't know. But I
should be drinking right now.
I
but
did
I'm not
meet a
going
nice
to.
man named Tori, I think. It's either Troy or Tori.
Did you say a nice man or a nice band?
Man,
Oh, okay, good. All right.
yes, he was awesome. Hung out and talked to him for what seemed like hours, but it's probably 15 minutes.
Tori sounds like maybe he wasn't the best conversationalist. It felt like hours.
It just seemed like a long time. You know how
Yeah.
in a bar,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when you're like
You're used
having
to
a good
zipping
time.
around.
Well, that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. You're having a good time, so it felt like 4 bar hours, because bar hours feel like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it
You know.
flies. If it's a lot of people and it's loud and you're chit chatting
Yeah,
and
it just
doing shots and
it was probably 15 minutes, like actual time, but I probably lost a bunch of bar hours.
bar time. Yeah, time travels faster
Yeah,
when you're drinking.
Yeah, it's nuts.
for
So
sure.
I had a nice conversation with him. We hung out, and then they were closing. So yeah, we did talk till closing. So because he was like the whole time like I have to leave.
Oh,
then
so it really was. It really was like 2 hours.
We
then.
talked till they closed. But during talking to him, he was like, just in our conversation, you've had, I don't know, 9 or 10 shots of Everclear.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
I can't get one shot of Everclear
I was
down, man. It
I was,
burns so
but well,
bad.
they had the apple cinnamon moonshine things that were made with it.
Oh, okay. So
That's
it's
all.
sweet.
Yeah,
I got you.
but he
All
was,
right.
but he was just like, you've had like 9 of those since I started talking to you, and he was like, you were ordering them 10 at a time before that. But it wasn't all for me.
Yeah. You were sharing.
Yeah,
Some of them.
with the Canadians,
The Canadians weren't just drinking Molsons.
we were
and
drinking
fucking-
Jameson
All right.
with them, and then when he ran out of Jameson, I don't remember what happened. Oh, Bobby wanted to start moving to the other things. I think it was.
Oh,
called.
okay. I discovered recently that Labatt Blue is a good beer.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah, I like Labatt. I don't know why I
They used to have it there for like $3 a pint.
Yeah?
It's nice.
Nice.
On
I used
draft.
to stray away from
Then they
from
moved to Rolling
Canadian
Rock,
beer.
which
I
I
don't know
love,
why.
too.
I don't know why I was biased against Canadian
Labatt's
beer. but-
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Labatt's good. I like it.
Molson, great beers.
I'm trying to. I must have had a Molson at some point.
Bro,
but I
Molson
can't
Gold?
remember. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Is that just like their standard Molson, or is that like a
No,
step up?
there's Molson Canadian is probably there.
Okay,
There's Molson Ice, which is kind of like the.
that's gross. I've had that. That's just like natty.
It's like
ice.
Bud Ice, yeah.
Yeah.
There's Molson Triple X, which I think is like a maltier one, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
There's. Is Molson the one that makes Amber Bock?
Triple X. God bless America.
Then there's Molson. Molson Gold's awesome. Great beer. They're all good, but
All right. I'll try it out.
Molson Gold's.
So,
Beautiful.
yeah, so we were doing karaoke. I sang I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor.
Okay. That's nice.
It's just what was there on the screen, so I sang that one. Everybody else did songs. I'm sure there's a really embarrassing recording of me singing in front of a group of people. I think our like a microphone just cut out or something, Joe. Say something into your mic.
I'm talking.
Oh, okay. It's working out. It all of a sudden got like dead quiet in my earphones.
Yeah, you just don't hear my fucking loud breathing.
Dude, I did not notice it until they pointed it out, and then now I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I hold my breath the entire time you talk now.
But yeah, then like we left the. It was funny. My friend Benna is recently. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say airing out people. He's recently on the prowl, right? After being in a relationship for a long time, and he just like randomly got up in the middle of us singing karaoke and was just like, "I gotta go." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "So and so, some girls like picking me up outside." I'm like, "All right." Like he
Okay.
didn't have his car with him, so it was like it was fine. So he just left, and then the Melissa and her friend or whatever, they left and went back like home or whatever. So then I was like, all right. So then I text Aaron and Aaron's like, I'm just getting out of work. Let's go hang out and get a drink. So I'm like, okay. So then I go, we wound up going to Dingo's Den. We met up with Anthony and like,
I was say, oh my god,
I left my
if
friggin' card there.
if you walked into Boathouse,
No, it would have been hell. But we wound up going to bed at 8:00 in the morning. We had strangers I didn't even know in my apartment. It was nuts. We went
played-
up on the.
I've
We
played
were
that
like,
game
we're gonna
before.
stay up all night and we're gonna go up on the roof when the sun rises, and we did. It was cool.
I've played that game and lost a lot of times. that's one that Joe gets in trouble for a lot.
Just staying up all night.
Yeah,
With a bunch of lurkers.
and bringing lurkers.
Yeah, we were definitely with
not
some
allowed.
lurkers.
Yeah,
Definitely with some lurkers.
yeah.
It was a great time though. Good time.
It does sound like a lot of fun.
There was
It's a good thing you guys didn't text me to see what I was doing either, because I would have showed up. Oh yeah, I was in full mode, dude. I was ready to go.
I'm trying to remember who else was there. It was me, Aaron. It was Rob, Mignani. It was this girl, Kat or Katya or something, and her boyfriend. And I think there was another person there, but I can't remember who it was.
Oh, nice.
Betta definitely dipped, and then I don't forget there was another person there. I can't for the life of me think of who it was.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That sounds like it was a good time.
Yeah, we had a
see,
good
I
time.
don't know. That's something I would do. I would.
And your sister and I woke up and we were just like, never again. We're definitely doing dry January. We decided because I want to do it now, but I'm like, there's no way I'm going to get through the holidays without having a
I
drink.
won't allow it.
Yeah, so January definitely though. The stroke of midnight begins.
I won't allow.
Dry January.
I'm about to take off right now. I'm already.
Yeah, I'm trying not to, dude. It was such a
I'm-
rough weekend. It was
I'm
such
about
a
to
rough
hit.
weekend.
Well, I had a nice, laid back Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah, we hung out here.
Sunday was not laid back for me. It was my mother's birthday, so then I
I only
had
threw
to
up once the whole time.
cakewalk. It was nothing, baby.
Yeah,
One puke and I was square.
one quick vomit. 2 kids at the house. Easy day. Nothing. I ate half a tray of lasagna. All that lasagna that's missing from there, Sam had 1 piece, and Dave Diaz had 1 piece. That's it.
It
I
was
ate-
delicious, dude.
I ate the rest.
Lurkers. We're talking lasagna made with vodka sauce.
Yeah.
Delicious. Well done.
2
Bravo,
pounds of
Sam.
ground beef.
Yeah, a lot of fucking ground beef. But bravo, it's delicious.
It's nice. I'm gonna have some right when this is done.
I don't know how I've never thought of that before.
Vodka sauce in your lasagna.
In lasagna.
Can you believe Titty Boy doesn't like fucking vodka sauce?
That's absurd.
I was
That's
like,
absurd.
I was like, what are you talking about?
He made vodka sauce one
I
time
know.
and it was great.
I know. I was I was like, what are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense.
Did he just make it just to see if he could make it? He had no interest in eating it?
No, apparently he was kind of just like, yeah, I could have it or take it or leave it. I was like, well, I could take it or leave it on like 90% of foods. Like, what are you talking about?
If they had a vodka sauce flavored ice cream, I'd be there. I'd be on
Like,
top of that.
I love vodka sauce, but
Me too.
you know, if they were like instead it's butter, I'd be like, okay, I like butter too.
No.
You know,
True.
if the one thing Dave Diaz said yesterday that I do take exception to is he said he makes lasagna with no ricotta cheese, and I was like, that's not lasagna.
Yeah, I don't like
You're
that.
just stacking cheeses on top of flat
Don't
pastas.
like that. I once had a lasagna that didn't have ricotta cheese, but it was a different kind of cheese.
Was it cheesecake?
I think
cheese?
it was like I want to say it was like mascarpone or something. It was like other, and it was great.
Which is, yeah, but that's like cream cheese.
Yeah, exactly. It was
It's
so awesome.
the same thing.
Yeah, it was
Like, no,
quite
he was just
delicious.
like, yeah, I use, Parmesan cheese. How much fucking Parmesan could you use, dude? You need like,
yeah, that's a hard cheese that wouldn't really work.
you need like so much goddamn Parmesan to make it now like, is this just noodles and sauce?
I've had vegetable lasagna before, which was actually pretty good.
I tried vegetable lasagna at my mom's house the other day. It looked like vomit, and it tasted kind of the same. I just
Wait, so are you saying that you vomited up vomit on Sunday? Is that what you're saying?
I despise cauliflower,
Okay.
and these days cauliflower's got good PR or something. It's in everything, and people act like I can't taste things. I can taste it. It's terrible. I don't like it.
Cauliflower doesn't bother me. I like most veggies.
Someone told me it's broccoli the other day. I go, it's not. It's fucking not broccoli. They're shaped the same. That's where they end. I like broccoli. Cauliflower tastes like you dipped water in fucking dicks. It sucks.
It's like it is kind of just like solid water. It's like weird.
it's
it's like a
Like LaCroix made a vegetable.
it's like sink water turned into a
Yeah,
vegetable.
it
It's just
tastes
like tap
terrible.
water.
And it's just kind of like, wow, God.
But I think I think it's good because it like holds sauce really well, and you could like you can
yeah, you can turn
fry
it into
it up.
breadcrumbs. Just use breadcrumbs.
Yeah, I do I like cauliflower pizza crust. It's pretty
No.
delicious.
I don't.
You don't even know. You don't even know that it's cauliflower.
I do. I fucking do. People have tried to test me on this, and I butt into them and go, "It's fucking cauliflower." They go, "Yeah, I didn't think you'd notice." I go, "How would I not notice? You gave me a fucking piece of cracker with fucking cheese and sauce on it. You fucking asshole." Of course I notice.
Is it really that much better for you than
No.
like the crust
No,
'cause
it's,
I would
it's for
imagine-
gluten-free fucking dickheads. And now everyone who goes, "Oh, my
is
tummy
it
hurts."
just gluten free or is it gluten free and like you're getting fiber and shit that like you don't get from a regular pizza crust? I don't know.
Yeah, you
I
probably
need a
get
food scientist.
You're probably getting more water because that's what the fuck it is.
No.
You
But
know?
once they bake it, all the most of the moisture leaves.
It's
Is
just
that-
to avoid flour. but people think it's healthier because they're dumb.
Yeah,
It
there's
probably
there's
cuts
probably a whole bunch of chemicals.
It probably
in
cuts a
too.
couple calories, probably.
Yeah.
And again, this keto nonsense, it's just all.
Your body's not in ketosis right now, bro.
Yeah,
Get on
just-
my lev. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not in ketosis.
So just don't eat. If you want to get in ketosis, don't eat for fucking 12 hours, or whatever the hell it is, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah, the what do they call it? Intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe one day, bro. I'll be super shredded.
But-
Until after, I don't know. You might see me February 1st, and I might just be fucking
unless you're
sculpted
gluten-free.
from dry January.
Unless you're gluten free, there's not really much reason to have cauliflower pizza. Because if you're on a diet, just don't eat pizza.
Aaron and I were saying we're like
The cheese is the problem on pizza anyway. Other than that, it's fucking crushed tomatoes you're eating.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Tomatoes and bread that you're fucking eating, and you put cheese all over it.
You're right. Yeah, but cheese has its merits.
Cheese has its proteins.
Yeah, it's got vitamin D. It's got
Yeah, calcium.
calcium. Yeah, see.
Yeah.
It's-
I'm pro cheese.
I'm also pro cheese. I'm a progressive foodie. I'm pro cheese.
Yeah. I am. Again, if you're vegan or something, all right, but again, the crust is not your problem.
I don't get. I understand vegetarians. Like, I get it. Like, sometimes it's a religious thing. Sometimes it's like an ethical thing. Sometimes it's just like a health thing. Like, whatever. But like, to me, like, being a vegan is like you're just bored, man. Like, you're just trying to play this life on hard. I don't know.
You want to
It's so hard to find shit that you eat
just-
that's vegan.
be difficult.
Yeah, it's crazy to me. I mean, more power to you vegans out there, but I wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah, well, if you're vegan and watch this show, you probably don't like it. So
Yeah, I would bet that of our our demographic, all the lurkers out there,
all 9 of you guys.
yeah, that there isn't one vegan amongst you.
I used to have a vegan English teacher that we relentlessly made fun of for it. Like everything, she would be like, "Hey, you guys can't do that." You'd be like, "You're a vegan. You can't tell us anything. You have no proteins."
A strong wind put you on your ass right now.
How about this? No. How about if you do that, I'm gonna put cheese in your food.
Dude, I'm starting to get so stressed out. I'm thinking about the fucking holiday season coming up, man.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Christmas? Because let me tell you, like, as a kid, it was cool. I hate it now. It's so not relaxing. I mean, you have a kid, so I'm sure that's a lot of fun. Like,
that's exciting,
giving him
yeah.
gifts, and he gets really excited for it and all that.
The thing is, he gets so excited. I could give him a spoon, and he'll be really excited. So
That's so adorable. That's
yeah,
so
exactly.
awesome.
But like, I don't want to, just get 50 things because he's gonna play with 2 anyway.
Yeah.
But I overall like Christmas, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, there's things I like about
Yeah,
it.
it's weird for me because my birthday is just before Christmas. And I don't really care about my birthday, so it's nice that I can push it off on Christmas. So I have that. I could always just be like,
It's what, a week or 2 weeks before Christmas?
It's 10 days.
10 days.
I'm
Okay.
the 15th. So it's always nice with like my family when they want to if they want to do something for my birthday, I'll be like, we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier. Same with like if my friends can't make it to my birthday or something.
Mhm.
New Year's, just come over.
Yeah, that's true. But everyone has
So it's like
free
it's nice.
time.
Yeah, it's nice that like everybody's trying to get around during my birthday season.
Yeah.
So I like it for that. The gifts and stuff, these days I don't really have, I get gifts for, Joey and Sam, but for the most part I'll get stuff, if I see something nice for somebody or something.
I hate the gift giving. I've been petitioning.
I try and just tell people like, hey, I'm gonna get you something cool if I see it. I don't.
Yeah.
And the white elephant games and stuff, they could be fun.
I've been petitioning for years in my family to do like a secret snowflake type thing, a secret Santa thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, we call it secret snowflake at work because it has to be non-denominational.
Yeah, I got you.
So, but then I was like, every year around Christmas I spend so much money just
Yeah. That's my family started doing the white elephant
Yeah.
10 years ago. So it's
White elephant, I hear, because that's like where you can like, isn't that like
steal
you
gifts
can
and
steal
stuff, yeah.
I feel like that would just lead to like fucking fights.
well, what sucks in my family is they don't fight over it because everyone forgets to get a gift except like 3 people.
Oh, okay.
So it
That
ends
sucks.
up being like I get like a can of hairspray,
Yeah.
and whatever I put in there was like either a funny thing or well thought out.
Yeah.
And whatever I end up with is I got
Can
a
of hairspray.
I got an eyelash curler one year. I think it's worth
Oh,
$1.50. I put like a $50 gift in there.
That's
Um,
a nightmare.
So I don't worry about what I get out of it. But sometimes, so I always try and find like a unique game or something.
Yeah.
To put
See,
in.
I don't like the idea of a white elephant because you don't know who you're getting it for, and who you're getting it for is important. I like the Secret Santa thing because it's like you can, instead of like spending so much time trying to get like a whole bunch of shit for a bunch of different people, you can get one really good gift
That's got to be tough with work, though.
that's like focused. You
Like-
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but I don't know. I've never really been involved in one, so it's hard for me to say. Again, my job has always been, me kind of alone.
what do you mean? You work with your father, right? Like, and,
Yeah, but there's
Winslow.
the entire company is 4 people. We can't.
That's true. Well, you're not alone though. There's people there.
I got you, but I like.
Well, for Secret Santa, yeah, I'm talking about with the family. I want to do
Yeah.
Secret Santa with the fam.
I like
you
the
know?
white elephant with the family, especially
Yeah.
the years we do get full participation. Is nice.
You should start doing like really scary like mafia tactics to scare your family into getting presents for the white. You know what I mean? Like, just
Well,
put like
What ends up happening every time
you
is
get like a elf on a shelf and put it.
somebody
in
will
like,
like
a little
not
body bag
know
in their
somebody's
mailbox.
coming, and they'll tell them last second. So
Okay.
like it's always like we always got to find like 5 gifts
Uh huh.
at the day of, like, oh shit, I didn't know, so and so was coming.
Uh huh. Yeah.
They changed, like their plans changed, or we didn't remind them. I don't know, whatever. So it's always
Wow, you
like,
can really hear that. You can really hear
Yeah,
that
the fridge.
refrigerator coming through.
but it is. I like it because there's the stealing, you get
Yeah.
one, in my family, little trick for if you're coming to any of them,
I'll be there.
you throw some scratch offs in one, the family will fight over that.
Oh shit, dude, that is a pro.
The family
tip.
always think that's the best gift out there.
Pro
Meanwhile,
tip.
I'll walk away with a foot massager because I fucking picked up the envelope that clearly had scratch offs in it. And I know that I'm going to have 10 chances to steal people's gifts now because everyone also always wants like the number 2 pick. You don't know what the fuck's in the goddamn
So
box.
I'm confused. You wanted the foot massager?
Over scratch offs. Scratch offs, most of the time you get nothing.
It's true. It's
You
very
could,
true.
again, one of these years, somebody might win a couple $100 and be
That'd
nuts.
Imagine then you'd really have people fighting over that shit.
But yeah, it's, my family loves the lottery tickets. Again, I always go for like a board game, something like that.
I like that. That's
Because
good.
I like a unique one, something I haven't seen. That's how we got that game we played the other day. That Face Your Fears or whatever.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
That was a white
cool.
that was a white elephant game I brought into a game that they ended up with.
They give you like 4 different fears, and you have to like rank your fears based on those 4, and then everybody else has to guess what like how everyone else ranked their fears.
Yeah.
It's good. It gets some good conversation started. It's a nice.
Yeah, it's a fun exactly.
Because then you have to like justify why you're more afraid of one
Yeah,
thing than
somebody goes-
another.
So why are you afraid of crime? But yeah, so I that's my basic strategy on it, and yeah, again, if I see something cool for somebody specific, I just get it, and I'm pretty unapologetic about it. If I'm like, well, I didn't see anything for you, pal. Maybe next year. Have some interests. I don't know.
I gotta pick your brain about your sister. I would like to get Joey something too this year. Little LTBJ.
All right.
So you're gonna have to help your boy out with that one.
Okay.
Can't be, it really, not only am I gonna score points with your son, but I'm also gonna score points with your family because they're gonna be like, oh look, Chris got little Joey something,
Well,
That's important.
your last year's gift was very nice. He's almost ready for it now. So
I don't
his
remember
birthday,
what it was.
the bike for the balance.
That's right.
I think
That's
it
right.
was
The
his
balance
birthday,
bike. The
right?
balance bike.
So he should be getting there now, and he's gonna love that. So
That's pretty cool. We got a kid at work that has one of those. It's pretty cute. Pretty cute, yo.
I hear they're great. So
Yeah,
we'll
apparently
see.
that's like how you're supposed to learn how to ride a bike.
The new
like,
best way to learn how to ride a bike is
Yeah, you
you
like
don't need
learn
training
faster
wheels.
or whatever. And then you don't have to go through that because I remember like when my dad took my training wheels off of my bike when I was a kid, I was like so upset about it. He just like was like, "Yep, it's about time. I'm gonna go take them off in the basement." I was like, "No!" And I just heard like the power drill, like the zzz, like him unscrewing it. I was like, "Don't do it to
I think
my
we
bike."
I think we should normalize leaving training wheels on bikes. And just stop calling them training wheels and be like, that's just how bikes work.
No, I want to get a motorcycle with training wheels on the back. That'd be sick.
That's what I told Roy when he was like, you got to get your motorcycle license. I was like, the only thing I would get is the trike. All right? That fucking Can-Am Spider's cool as hell.
Yeah, it is pretty cool looking.
And
I've seen
I'm not
them.
going to fall over on it. But I think we should normalize it. Just
I
ride
agree.
around with training wheels. Put better ones on there. A little more stable. Maybe we should.
How hilarious would it be?
Maybe we should full step up. Put them on the front too.
So now you got six
Six
tires.
wheels. Real stable.
Too many people getting hurt on these bikes, man. We're worried about you.
Real
You-
stability.
Yeah.
Just you can crank your weight back and you can ride and you'll be efficient.
I feel like such a pussy, but motorcycles do scare me, man. Every person I know that rides a motorcycle has some horrible story about like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
fell on its side, and I slid under an 18-wheeler, missed the tire by an inch, and I
Sam's
got
dad.
10 pins in my leg, and yeah, it's like everybody's all fucked up.
Sam's dad has an awesome story of driving it at night one night and he just hits a deer and just kept going.
Jeez.
He stayed steady. I was like, Jesus, and like that's he's been.
I didn't even think
he doesn't
about
ride
a
his bike
deer,
often,
man.
But yeah, he just cracks a deer and they both kind of were like, oh, that was weird. All right. I was like,
Terrifying.
that's amazing, but yeah, that could have gone really wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
Like that's nuts, Mike.
Two Cubes podcast. Oh, my friend Benna wants to come on for a very special episode of Two Cubes, so it'll be 3 cubes.
Oh, nice. All right, that's cool.
We should make this really race centric. We only invite Cuban people onto the podcast.
Yes, and if they start speaking Spanish, we beat them up.
Yeah. You have to be a very specific kind of Cuban.
Unless they're going to teach us Spanish.
Yeah, Benna comes on. He's only allowed to say one word, and it's the Spanish word of the day. He actually speaks Spanish, so he's gonna make us look like a jerk.
That will. But that'll be fun anyway. He was fun. I had a good
That
time.
was weird. I just
meeting
referred
him.
to us in a plural and singular. I was like, it's gonna make us look like a jerk. We are one when we are on the Two Cubes podcast.
I enjoy answering emails from us as we.
He leaves comments for us all the time that I ignore because
Oh,
I just never go on the YouTube page.
Yeah, I gotta go on the YouTube page more. I gotta set up notifications maybe because I never get notified because with anything happening. I don't know. I gotta get back on the. And I will. I gotta get back on our clips too.
Oh, I forgot about the clips.
I made them
Benna,
all. I just haven't been posting them.
The clips got me in trouble with my mom. Benna, you talked about how we didn't talk about you on the show and how it upset you.
And you came up
being
3
our number
times
one
today.
fan. You came up a lot today. I'm sorry if I aired out any of your personal business. I think I kept it pretty vague.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're gonna get you on here, buddy. You're gonna tell us some of your about your antics, your
Hell yeah.
gallivanting, if you will. That'll be fun.
Yeah. And I guess that's so long for now.
Until next time, cue the music, Jack. Oh no, wait, that's
Afuera.
right. Jack fucking abandoned us. That's all right. He has a child.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Jack sent something on Instagram.
The Graham,
Yeah.
the Jean Benet Gramsci.
Jack knew we were talking about him and just now sent me something. So I don't ever watch him.
Goodbye, everybody. We love you,
Bye.
lurkers. Wow.